Can you put do not disturb on there?
Already. It's not crooked or nothing. I'm just seeing through your glass.
It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Billboard.
Hey, it's showtime. What's happening, everybody? I hope you had a great weekend. Okay, listen. I got to make sure I got my collar right, all right? Looked at the show
Okay.
the other day. One collar was up, one side was down. It's showtime. It's Geno Jones Showtime. How are we doing? I hope everybody had a great Labor Day holiday weekend. So the unofficial end of summer was yesterday. But now here in the Carolinas, it's still pretty warm down here. As a matter of fact, it was like in the 90s, low 90s. All right, so I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago or Memphis, Tennessee, where my guest is. From the legendary, iconic BarKays, my man James Alexander. We're going to talk to him in a few minutes. All right, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show on the Geno Jones channel. You and everybody you know, everybody that you like, that you love, that you just, you okay, y'all kind of cool, but you ain't really like that. Folks you can't stand. Aliens from outer space, your church members, anybody, somebody you see on the subway, I don't give a damn, tell them all. The best, the biggest, and the baddest show in the business, right here, the Geno Jones Show. Let me start off today's show by congratulating Serena Williams, even though she lost on Friday. Oh my God, I can't stand to watch her lose. I'm like nervous, like I'm playing. I'm like, man, like Serena, let's go. But like she said, she has nothing to prove. She is the undisputed GOAT, greatest of all time when it comes to tennis. Margaret Court, just stop talking. So Margaret Court, she has 24 singles titles. Serena got 23. She was trying to get 24. This Margaret Court is an 80-year-old woman in Australia. You know, she's got some pretty, I'm just going to call it like it is, some pretty racist, some say homophobic views, but I digress. Look, she's 80, she is who she is. She's saying Serena really is not giving her respect and acknowledging her. We're not here for that. So Serena, even though you lost, you still showed in a loss that showed everybody why you are the greatest of all time, and I'm so very proud of it. But next up, Coco Gauff, little Coco, my sister. Yes, she is. Serena's probably holding the torch, but now Coco's got her own torch, and Serena lit it. She said, "All right, girl, I'm the queen, I'm the GOAT. I'm gonna hold on to this torch just in case I come back. I don't think so, but look, you got it now. Go, young girl, do your thing." And she is. Matter of fact, she's going to be playing, I believe, Wednesday. She made it to the quarterfinals. So Coco Gauff she was doing her thing. And I got to shout out this brother from the D.C. area, from like Prince George's County, Maryland, Tiafoe. Yeah, Francis Tiafoe, I believe I'm pronouncing, because I've heard all these different pronunciations. Tiafoe, Tiafoe. So I'm going to go with Tiafoe right now, Tiafoe, Francis. So the brother beat Rafael Nadal. Now, Rafael Nadal is like the #2 rated player in the world, one of the greatest of all time. So Rafael Nadal has won like 23, singles, like major titles, tennis titles. So to beat Rafael Nadal was huge. But this brother Francis Tiafoe he's up. It's their turn. So Coco Gauff and Francis Tiafoe, congratulations. You're making the country and the culture proud. And I could imagine, oh my God, if two black people win the U.S. Open singles titles, a black woman and a black man, look, I know the MAGA crowd, y'all here is going to explode, but you know what? Just, hey, It is what it is. So get over it. All right. That's all I'm going to say on that. Coco Gauff, her match is today, as a matter of fact. She plays again today, 7 p.m. So we're rooting for you. We'll be watching you, Coco. All right? Yes, we will. 63 days until Election Day, November 8th. Let me say it again. 63 days until Election Day. You're going to start seeing these political ads. As a matter of fact, you'll probably see some here. So we're just getting you ready. 63 days until Election Day. Register to vote. Check your voter registration status. Sign up to be a poll watcher. Sign up to be a poll worker. Make sure that if you got relatives, if they have voted in an election or two, as a matter of fact, any and everybody, even if you voted in the primary, check your voter registration status, because a lot of states like Georgia and Florida and Texas, they're playing games. The MAGA cult, they're playing games. They're just like randomly. It's really not random because, voter rolls are public. So they know where, like, the black folks are and the Hispanic folks are and the Asian folks are. So check your voter registration status. Make sure everybody checks it, because they're playing games. So you may go to vote, and all of a sudden, like, well, we don't have your name here. We don't see your registration. And I don't want you to go to jail for slapping the taste out of somebody's mouth. So check your voter registration status now. You and everybody and make sure if they're not registered to vote, make sure that so listen, we got a choice. It's not about Democrats and Republicans. You believe in democracy, freedom, anti-racism, anti-homophobia, protecting women's rights, all women's rights, or you're going to believe in a dictatorship and fascism. What does fascism means? It means that basically people will use a violence to achieve political power and will not recognize free and fair elections. That is the definition of fascism. So just in case you wonder. All right, so you don't want, either we're going to be the United States or we'll be Putin's Russia, like right now. So I'm going to put it right there where the ghost can get it. I'm going to put it eye level so everybody can understand. So you got that. Real quick, before I bring up my guest, I want to shout out right here in South Carolina, in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro. Good friend of the show. You've seen him on. He'll be up for election. He's running part of the midterm election. South Carolina State Representative Wendell Gilliard. So over 2 decades, he's been doing a program called Project Cool Breeze. Every summer, he collects hundreds, sometimes thousands, of air conditioners and fans, and he gives them to elderlies on fixed income, elderlies who are just financially in a bad way, who can't afford it, those who are less fortunate. And he focuses on the seniors because they are most at risk in the summertime from dying from heat stroke and heat exhaustion. And he's been doing great work in the community. So he's got there's a grant program along with the brother, his name Keith Campbell, with Kentucky Fried Chicken. So they're going to be giving away grants tomorrow at a local Lowe's in the West Ashley section of Charleston, South Carolina tomorrow. Shout out to Representative Wendell Gilliard, always doing good in the neighborhood. And shout out to brother Keith Campbell. I know he's doing some good work too. Happy birthday today, Foxy Brown. Not Pam Grier. Foxy Brown, the rapper. 44 today. Macy Gray, singer and actress. Macy Gray is 53 today. Idris Elba, actor, wannabe like DJ, club DJ, and the women's heartthrob. Supposedly he's supposed to be like the next James Bond. Actually, I was supposed to be and should have been the real. I'm like outside of Sean Connery. I am the James Bond, but I digress. Idris Elba, he is the big 5-0 today, the big nickel. Happy 50th birthday. CeCe Peniston, singer, remember the song? Finally, donna, donna. So CeCe Peniston is 53 today, and also the big nickel today, brilliant actress, so talented. Also a singer. This sister's super talented. Anika Noni Rose is the big 5-0 today. You probably remember she was in Dreamgirls. Oh, she killed it, the movie Dreamgirls. So happy birthday to everybody. Let me bring on my guest, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my guest he is the funky bass player for the iconic band, the BarKays. Iconic, legendary. You pick the adjective, all that. They got a brand new song called Choosy Lover, because if you're going to have a lover, you and your lover better be choosy, because, you know, stuff out here that you really, really, really don't want no parts of. So without any further delay, ladies and gentlemen, let me unmute his mic and welcome to the Geno Jones Show and bring him on camera. Bam! There he is, Hollywood. Right there,
Yeah.
Hollywood swinging to coin a song that was not made by the BarKays, but he's Hollywood swinging in the 901 Memphis, Tennessee. James Alexander, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, Geno. What's going on with you? I'm proud to be on the Geno Jones Show. How about that?
Well, listen, man, you're always looking like $10 billion, but I love the shades game, so you're gonna have to turn me on to your eyewear dude or woman, whoever it is, because I like them shades. I like that eyewear, man.
Okay,
So listen,
I got you.
let me congratulations, Choosy Lover. I absolutely love it. I play it on my radio show. I see it's doing great all around the country. Produced by my man, speaking of legends and icon, Jazzy Faye, who, by the way, of course you know, who's very near and dear to your heart, who you know very well. You can explain to everybody.
I kind of know that dude a little
Yeah,
bit.
you
How
kind
about
of,
that?
I think,
Yeah, I kind of sort of
kind of sort of know him, you know, in a special kind of way. I got a feeling you may know him better than most folks, but I'll let you tell that story. So let's talk about Choosy Lover, man. What was the inspiration behind it, and what it's like for those who don't know? Jazzy Faye, the iconic, legendary producer, that's James's son. So, and you got to be proud as a dad, but just as two creative people, what's the story behind the song Choosy Lover?
Well, you know, like you were saying, man, but, you know, two creative people. Sometimes we bump heads, believe it or not. We do. I mean, people like to, when they, do interviews and stuff like that, they want everything to be all rosy and soft and all of that stuff like that. But we do bump heads sometimes. Like on this particular song, what happened? Uh, I was talking to him. Actually, I was with JD. Uh, I was with John Tay Austin. I was with several of the hot producers and writers in Atlanta. And I was talking about, I said, first of all, I told him, I said, you know what? Y'all around here producing all, 112 and this person, Anthony Hamilton, this person,
Right.
Usher, and all of these people. I said, y'all ain't gonna be nothing until y'all bring a old school dude like me back from the dead.
Mm.
Then I left. They was trying to respond to it, but I wouldn't let them respond. But the situation went a little further. I told my son, I said, I need you to come up with a song for your dad. I mean, now enough is enough. You're out here riding around in a Bentley. I'm catching the bus. I'm thumbing. I'm trying to get a ride. Uber won't even pick me up. So I'm trying to. I need some wheels. But anyway, so the first thing he did, he went to his computer and he started typing up stuff. I said, well, look, close your computer, dude. You know what? You're gonna have to tailor make a song for the BarKays. So he got real quiet, and then he said, okay. But it didn't really stop or start there. But a few days later, I get this call around 3 a.m. in the morning. Dad, wake up. I know you sleep. I said, I wasn't asleep. I was, He said, wake up, I got something for you. Then he sent me this song, and he sent me the way he sent the song. He sent the song, the music was playing, and he had this big head on the text that he sent me, and he had the whole song going, and he's just bopping and weaving. And then he said, "What do you think?" I said, "Sounds pretty good." He said, "Well, when can you get to Atlanta?" I said, "Tomorrow."
I love it.
So so we went. Me, Chris J we got on a plane. We went down to Atlanta, and actually about 4 hours later, we had the song finished. This
Wow.
was like, believe it or not, a year and a half, 2 years ago. But
Really?
we,
Wow.
yeah, we just decided to put the song out. The song sit on the shelf. Well, actually, COVID happened.
Yeah.
COVID just
Like you said, 2 years ago, yeah,
uh,
that's what happened. Yeah.
stopped a lot of stuff. But we finally got our act together. We said, look, we're gonna put this thing out. We had some good distribution. Our dear friends here in Memphis, Tennessee, Connect Music. I had a good team together. My team, I got to give, before I go get too far into this thing, I want to shout out to my team, Miss Renisha Mays, Mr. Terrence Lester. So they keep me all pumped up. I'm here today because of them, because otherwise I would have probably missed it all.
Well,
But I'm
shout
here.
out. Let me thank them personally on camera. Thank you all. You said, what's the names again?
Renisha Mays and Terrence Lester.
Renisha and Terrence, I owe y'all, okay? Next time I'm in the 901, we'll go to dinner or something, because I appreciate y'all making sure
Yeah.
my man was here with me.
Yeah, I'm here with you, dude. So we're gonna kick it.
So, all right, so let's go back to the song. So now Jazzy did the beats. So did he write the lyric? Did you all co-write in terms of the lyrics? How did that work out?
No, look, we didn't have anything to do with the writing. It was Jazzy and his team.
Okay.
He had a bunch of people in there, and a dude by the name of Felly. I mean, who's an up and coming writer. Well, actually, a real known writer. He's writing for some of everybody right now. But they made it happen, you know, and they had all, when we got to Atlanta, everything was all laid out. All we had to do was just duplicate what they already did. And like I said, it only took us about 4 hours, and we were finished. We was back on the plane, I think the same day, came back to Memphis.
So when are we gonna see the video? I'd love to see the video. I'd love to see the plot or the treatment, because I can imagine the video for this song titled "Choosy Lover." Oh, I'm sure that could be real special in a whole lot of different ways.
We're working on the video now. We're going to do something a little different as it relates to video, and
Okay.
just stay tuned for that. I
All
mean,
right.
we're going to do some real special from the video side. So just be on the lookout for that. That'll be coming real soon.
All right. Well, if all that special, when you make that announcement, we need to run it back. You come on, because this is a permanent home. You got a permanent home right here on the Geno Jones Show. So yeah, you can run that back and then tell us exactly how special, or show us how special it's gonna be. I'd love to have you run it back.
Okay, anytime, dude.
So, Choosy Lover, this is the first single. I'm sure there's going to be an album. Have you guys started on the album? Do you have a release date, or are you not going? Are you just going to do kind of like just singles download? What's the game plan?
We're gonna do singles. Uh, as it really goes, the market will dictate to us when we need an album.
Okay.
We don't have a working title or anything like that, but we're going to keep putting records out until the market says, "Hey, it's time for you to do an album," and then that's when we'll do an album.
So it's got to be how we just because I'm a parent, so I just want it from a parents of all the dads and the moms out there. But now I have two daughters. I don't have a son. Your son, you work with him. You guys have worked together. How, as a dad, it's got to be really, really just the feeling of pride. But like you said, because you all are both creative, that you all butt heads, then I'm sure you invoke the executive. All right, I took care of your little ass when you couldn't take care of yourself. So damn it, I'm gonna need you to do this.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Here's what happens. Here's what happens on the father-son thing. You know, the thing that always happens is, I've heard this happen with some other, father-son situations,
Mm-hmm.
but the whole deal is, hey, I'm going to work with my dad. Is he really going to do what I tell him to do? Or,
Okay.
if in this case you're working with the BarKays, these guys are OGs. So are they really going to listen to me and do as I say?
Okay.
I said, but of course, we're going to do as you say, because guess what? We want a hit record. We want a hit record. So we're going to do as you say. Because, hey, let's be real. Probably some of the ideas that we would probably come up with. I'm not saying that we won't come up with some good ideas here and there, but most of those ideas are old.
That's smart. As a matter of fact,
Yeah,
let me piggyback on that because now you were joking around and say that bring the BarKays back from the dead. But the truth is, man, you listen. You guys have never been dead. You've always toured. I mean, your music is from way back in the late '60s. I mean, just everything that the band you really have seen. I mean, you guys played for Otis Redding, the tragic plane crash that many people know about, where four of the original members passed. Thank God that you survived. You and another band. You guys put a whole new band together. You got Larry Dotson, my man Larry D, on the lead vocals. You all had some of the. As a matter of fact, so I did a little homework, J.A. At least, so BarKays music has been sampled at least over 400 times.
yeah, it's been sampled quite a bit. I love my mailman.
So that means, well, yeah. Listen. It ain't bad for the bank account. I'm not mad at you, but
Yeah,
at the same
it's all
time,
good.
it means that you guys are doing something relevant, man. And because listen, I'm gonna be honest. I always talk about the '70s is the greatest era of music, and when people say why, I say the '70s to me, the only era to where basically 20 years later, started probably in the late '80s, but really in the '90s, all these hits. You think of everybody from Biggie and Diddy and listen, Dr. Dre. You wouldn't even have G Funk without P Funk. So all the music I think of M2 made, all the BarKays, James Brown, George Clinton. So 20 years later, the music from one era was recycled in a creative way, and it's made hits for an entire new generation. So you are part of that movement and that creativity and that sound. So what would you attribute outside of being smart, like you said, and listening and like, hey, I want to hit. Let me listen to. He ain't just my son. He got a lot of hits on the radio. So help your dad out. So what would you attribute your key to longevity?
Well, first of all, number one, I don't really take myself, that serious. You know what I mean? I still, I just take I would like to say, I got a, I got a cartoon man. I just, you have to think young. I keep a bunch of young people around me. I don't, you
Smart.
just, not that. I mean, I don't discriminate against old people and nothing like that. Older people and nothing like that because I'm old myself. However, you know, you want to keep people with ideas. I mean, just
Yeah.
have ideas flowing all the time. Because some of the things that are going on today, just let's be real. I wouldn't think of it, and that's real. I mean, so anybody that is not dealing with that, they're dealing with some falsifications or something like that. This is the real deal.
And you got to play with Isaac Hayes. Uh, I don't know how many really real. I call them musicologists. That's a term I made up. I don't even know if it's a real word. I don't know if you all
It's probably
know
a real.
that the man you see on camera, he
Mhm.
played the bass on the legendary theme from Shaft. Who's that? He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. That's one of the greatest songs still to me. That is such a classic song. And I know you guys work with Isaac Hayes, who's from Memphis, also did some work with Isaac, and then you were at the legendary Stax Records, and then you went to Mercury. But what was it like playing on that song? And did you guys have any idea when you created it that it was going to become like this iconic anthem forever?
You know, we didn't know. We didn't know anything. The funny thing about that particular song, we were on tour at the time. It's weird. Our schedule went like this: from Monday through Thursday, we were in L.A. at the MGM Studios, working on a soundtrack called "Theme from Chef," and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we were on the East Coast doing shows. We were the opening act for Isaac Hayes. Isaac Hayes at that particular time was red hot. You know, he had already had Hot Butter Soul out.
Yeah.
He had To Be Continued, the Isaac Hayes movement. He had 3 or 4 albums under his belt already. So he was fire hot. So to go to California with him and work on the soundtrack theme from Chef was just really an honor. It was kind of like a pivotal point in our career for sure.
Well, listen, James is being honest, y'all, but I'm gonna tell you, if you want to see like iconic, legendary live performances, you got to check these. And if you on YouTube, if you check out some of their stuff from like the 70s and the 80s, man, look, just don't take my word for it. Y'all need to see this for yourself. So like maybe if you like under 40, under 35, then you might have missed it. Shame on you. But the good thing is they got it on videotape and film. So I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere. So just Google the BarKays live performances, and you will absolutely be in for a treat. So James, man, what 6 decades of music? What's been the biggest change that you've seen in the industry?
Well, the biggest change that I've seen, and we're dealing with it right now, and my team always, they be laughing at me all the time. I seen the industry go from a bricks and mortar situation, hey, I'm a guy waiting to go to the record store. Well, guess what? The record stores are almost like non-existence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they got some stores that sell records, but they may not necessarily be a record store. They might be a department store, or it might be a drugstore. It might be something. It's not. There's very few stores just labeled as record stores now, and now everything is digital. Everything is, you got all these platforms. You got Spotify. You got Pandora. You got Apple Music. You got Tidal. You got all of these different platforms. So that's the whole different things. I'll tell you a funny story. I was talking to this lady the other day, and she was probably in her late 40s. And I said, "Do you still listen to music now?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, what are some of your favorite artists?" And she said, Kim. She said, I like Charlie Wilson. And then she said, I like the BarKays too. She probably was saying that just because I was, standing there. I like the BarKays. I said, "Well, how do you get your music?" "Well, I'm waiting on my granddaughter to come over here and download it because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that one. I don't know how to put the music on the phone. I don't know how to put the app on the phone so I can get the music." I said, "Don't feel like the Lone Ranger. I had to get my team to put music on my phone as well. So, I couldn't laugh at her too much because I'm in the same boat."
But James, you know what's crazy about that? So my baby girl is 20. So like she's part of that whole Generation Z, Zillennials. Dude, they like vinyl. She likes to buy vinyl. She'll still download stuff, but I had to buy her, this was probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. She wanted like a record player, like for real, a record player like back in the day. And vinyl, I bought it for Christmas. I would get her albums. So it's just amazing how, you've got kids in their 20s that's in the vinyl, but they've still been doing the downloads, and folks in their 50s and 60s is trying to figure out, or 70s, trying to figure out how to do their downloads.
Right. Well, it's hey, that's the way it's going now. That's the way it's going. And like, the violence situation, but the one thing about it, I'm seeing that more and more projects are becoming available on vinyl these days. At first, it was just a project here and there, but everybody now is where they put their projects out there doing a vinyl run as well.
I told because you got these 20-year-olds all of a sudden they want to buy they want vinyl. They buying the album. Boy, I sure wish I could find my record collection. That's a whole nother. Somebody down in Memphis got my record collection. That's the story I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, actually, no. Somebody in Chicago got my album collection. Somebody in Memphis got my CD collection. But those are two stories I'll save you for another day. All right.
Okay.
Listen, before I lose your live shot, I got about 2 minutes. Let's talk about your tour. I know you guys are going on tour, so give us some dates or give us a time when you guys are going to go on tour, and make sure you give everybody your social media platforms. Let everybody know where they can follow you on from TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the whole nine.
The BarKays, the BarKaysMusic.com on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I don't know if we're on TikTok or not. We are on TikTok. Yeah, it's BarKays Music. You can follow us, Facebook, all of that. You can follow the BarKays.
What about tour? You guys going on tour anytime soon?
Hey, we doing shows all the time. In fact, our next show is coming up this Friday. We're going to be in Memphis, Tennessee, your former place of business. We're going to be in Memphis, Tennessee. We're doing the Southern Heritage Classic. The big football game.
Oh yeah, it's that time of year, right?
Yeah, between Jackson State and Tennessee State. That's going to be.
So where you guys performing at? Where's the show? And let everybody know. Can they go to the BarKays.com and get tickets?
No, they can go to Ticketmaster and get tickets. They can go to BarKays.com and get tickets as well.
Okay.
Ticketmaster, get tickets Friday night, September the 9th. It's going to be the BarKays, starring the BarKays, that is. It's going to be Confunction, Lakeside, and the SOS Band.
Woo,
and
that's going to be funky.
Host is going to be Jay Lamont.
Wham, that's going to be.
And Thursday night, if you're in town, at the Orpheum Theater, they got the OJs. They're going to be Thursday night, September the 8th. The BarKays is going to be September the 9th. Saturday, you're going to have the big tailgate party, the parade. And then, of course, in the afternoon, evening, they're going to have the game between Tennessee State and Jackson State. And, that's always a battle because both of them got good bands. For the halftime show, you're going to see Tennessee State Band and the Jackson State Band. That's going to be off the chain, dude.
Yes. And shout out to Tennessee State, Eddie George. I love these brothers coming back to these HBCUs coaching. Shout out to Jackson State, my man, prime time. Coach Sanders doing great. Jackson State, they beat the brakes off, was it FAMU over the weekend? But in a serious note, shout out to the brothers and sisters in Jackson, Mississippi. Let's do everything you can to support the brothers and sisters. They need clean water. They need it now. President Biden, I need you to you're going to have to really focus on this. I know you can send some help, but listen, take care of that, because black folks, we always come out on the short end of the stick too many times. So take care of them brothers and sisters in Jackson. I had to shout that out, James. So listen, the Orpheum is a beautiful venue. I wish I was there to host it next time. Please let me know because, like I say, I'm not the king. I'm the king of MCs. So it's your boy.
Okay. All right.
James Alexander, the man, the BarKays, this weekend performing live, part of the Southern Heritage Classic in Memphis at the Orpheum. That is such a beautiful venue. That's gonna be so funky. You're gonna have to take a bath as soon as you leave that joint because it's gonna be funky.
Hey, but look, let's clear this up right now. We're not gonna be at the Orpheum.
Oh, where you are gonna be?
We're gonna be at the Landers Center.
Okay.
The OJs are gonna be at the Orpheum.
Okay. All right, good. Right. Let's get that straight.
That's okay. That's okay.
So
Friday, September the 9th.
Right. So you guys are gonna be once again. What's the name of the venue?
The Landers Center in South Haven, Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
It's like right on the state line. So you might as well say it's Memphis because because most of the Memphis people will be coming, they'll be coming to the show anyway.
I lived in East Memphis, so that was right up the street. I just lived.
You was in East Memphis.
Yeah, so it was right up the street. So, hey, James, man, thank you, brother. May God continue to bless and have favor on you, your family, and your music. So listen, when that video's ready, we're gonna run it back. Come on back. Like I said, you got a permanent home always right here on the Geno Jones Show. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Geno.
All right, that's my dude right there. Yes, sir. James Alexander, the BarKays, been doing it. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday. Well, yesterday was Labor Day, so that's why I didn't come to you live. But the Geno Jones Show is always available on demand right here on my YouTube channel, 24/7, 365, never takes a day off, not one. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show on the Geno Jones channel. You and everybody you know and don't know, everybody that you like, that you love, that you can't stand, folks you hate, strangers, aliens from outer space. Tell them all to check out, subscribe, share, like, and binge watch all my back episodes right here on the Geno Jones Show. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show, who I'll be seeing. I guess he's on vacation. I'll be seeing him next week. We good. We're just gonna, trim. We always keep it tight. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area, Goose Creek, South Carolina to be exact. Check him out on Instagram. Check out his work. He is an artiste, and he is a master when it comes to just the whole hair deal. Kel be cutting up, Kel, BECUTTINUP, because Kel be cutting his ass up. And Allie Jones, she's the drip director, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check her out on Instagram. It is L like Lexi X dot NCL underscore is a low dash. So it's L like Lexi, X like extra, dot N like Nancy, C like Charlie, L like Larry, underscore. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be tomorrow, Wednesday. We call it Working Divas Wednesday right here. Shout out and salute all the working divas. We shout, we salute and got love and respect working divas every day. But Wednesday, we wanted to give the day a theme, make it a little extra special. Shout out to the working divas who we need, the ones that are not registered to vote. We need you and everybody, fellas, everybody to register to vote. And my political contributor, part of the Geno Jones family, part of the Geno Jones Show, my man A.J. Davis. So tomorrow will be 62 days, roughly about 9 weeks until Election Day, Tuesday, November 8th. Once again, check your voter registration status. If you haven't registered to vote, don't wait, and take 50 people with you. Act like y'all going to the Essence Festival. Act like y'all going to the NBA All-Star Game. Act like you going to the Super Bowl, wherever y'all like to party. Act like you going to Mega Fest. Act like you going to see Janet or Beyonce live. That's what we need you to do. Rent your party buses, whatever you got. Look, you got the SUVs. Y'all need to roll up like a caravan. Have food and water in your truck, because they can't arrest you if it's in your truck. In Georgia, you can't hand it out to people in line, but before people get in line, they can just go open up your truck, let them get some water and some food and take it with them. Right there. Off the dome. I didn't even know I was going to say that. That's how that great mind works. I love each and every one of you. I really do. Once again, thanks to my good friend James Alexander of the BarKays. Until tomorrow, the next live edition Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. I'll let you go back and binge watch this and every episode. As always, please be blessed. Pray for peace. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.